No.
Ian Somerhalder, who plays Damon Salvatore, Paul Wesley, who plays Stefan Salvatore.
All right, I'll start with originals because let's get some originals content in here. That's what this convention is, after all.
There's two that come to mind. One was Killing Davina.
That was pretty much it for Friday. I thought Friday was gonna be long, but the days like Saturday and Sunday were insane. So Saturday came and I got up around the same time. I want to say I woke up earlier though, maybe like 7:30 or something. I woke up pretty early because I had to straighten my hair and just make it look like a human being's hair. So after I got dressed, I was actually running late this day. I remember I was running really late, and registration was at like, it was at 10:30 this time, I want to say, because on Saturday, Ian Somerhalder and Paul Wesley were there, so it just kind of, like, you know, they're like the Salvatore brothers, so like everyone wanted to meet them. But after I registered, I went to the venue, because at this time, like, the venue was only open for people with gold passes, because they do a gold panel, so like only if you have the gold pass you can watch the panel. And so they did that. They are so funny together. Like, if you don't watch the show, some of the jokes they make you like really might not get, but super funny. So the gold panel lasted about 30 minutes, I want to say. So they just went up there, you know, answer some questions for like 30 minutes.
For Paul, so I
don't blame you.
I feel like Stefan had a pretty heroic ending, but if you could have been in complete control of his fate, would you have done anything differently?
I maybe would have taken him down with me.
I think that would have been the better
I'd be like,
plan.
you're coming with me, boy. That's the only
That
thing.
sounds like a Friday night.
But apart from that, no, I love that he died. Vampires, were you human?
I believe
That's it. You came to me after your natural death and to the afterlife. Do you understand what that ending was or no?
Yeah. Are you just coming to this conclusion?
Yeah, well, I just realized it.
Oh, God.
I didn't know if you were human or not. I don't know.
Oh, folks. At
He
least
was
he's
human,
pretty.
so that was it, right? So he was coming to say hello to me in the afterlife.
Hello. Hello.
Or he was a figment of my imagination. You don't think so? I don't think so either, yet.
10:30 they finished their panel, and right after, like 10:35, they started calling for photo ops with Ian. So I got my ticket and went to his photo op. I go up there and he was like, "Hey kiddo," and I was like, "Hey," and he was like, "How old are you?" And I was like, "I'm 18." And he was like, "Oh, being a teenager in this day and age, it's hard." And then he was like, "You know, how are you liking it?" And I was like, "I'm good. I'm in college, so like, you know, it's kind of crazy." But he was like, "Oh, really? What are you studying?" And I was like, "Oh, well, I like want to study film." And he was like, "Oh, that's amazing," or something like that. And I was like, "Yeah." And then he said something else, but I was like trying to like hurry up because I didn't want like the people to start rushing me. So I was like, "I'll be at your autographs, like I'll see you later." And he was like, "Yeah, you better." So after that, I left his photo op thing, and then there was the welcome ceremony with Chase and Micah, you know, just kind of like said what was going on for the day. And then at 10:50, like right after the welcome ceremony, which this was kind of like also like right after my photo op with Ian, was Riley's Q&A, and I actually asked a question this day. I asked what her favorite clothing store was, and she was like, she told me the answer. But it was an app, and I actually can't remember what it was called. She said, like, there's this app, and you, like, order clothes, and it, like, delivers within 2 days, so, you know, that's cool. But then she was like, "What's your favorite clothing store?" And I told her, I was like, "I just usually order my clothes online from Fashion Nova." And she was like, she said that she was going to look at that, and then she was like, that's actually probably a bad idea, because she said that she needs to stop online shopping.
And I think everyone next to Klaus was giving her a chance. They were kind of like, you know, there's a scene where Elijah's like, "Ooh, we could give her a chance," kind of thing. And Klaus is like, "No, absolutely not." And so I think it wasn't that she wanted to turn them against him. I think it just mattered more to her that if I have to take you down in the sense of like turn everyone against you so that I can be trusted and not, you know, exiled out of this family. If that's my way in, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I think as soon as he trusted her and saw that her intentions were good, that was the turning point for both of them. And I think they're a lot alike. I think Klaus and Frey are actually a lot alike. They can be pretty vicious, but deep down they like, you know, it's out of this love and not wanting to be abandoned. So I think once they had that connection, it just was super strong and unbreakable. And, you know, she kicks his ass sometimes and like tells him how it is, but yeah, I think that was probably the turning point.
After her Q&A was her photo op, and this day I had on, well, you'll be able to see, it's like an orange, like one-piece jumpsuit or whatever. Not like a prison jumpsuit, like it was like burnt orange looking, just clarifying. And I walked up to her and she was like, ooh, like I love this, talking about my outfit. And I was like, thank you. And then I asked her, because like most of the time, whenever you take a picture with them, you can't really ask to do like a pose or anything, but I figured the same, like, you know, just sitting there, like, you know, would get like old. So I was like, asked her to like take the picture. You'll be able to see the pose in the photo, but just like the thing where you hold hands in the front, you know, like the basic girl pose. And so I asked her to do that, and I was trying to talk so fast so we can get it done, because like I didn't want to like get yelled at or anything. So she was like, yeah, sure, like we can do that, whatever. And then I walked away and I was like, you're so pretty, and she was like, you're so pretty. So yeah, super nice. That was kind of how that photo op went. And then right after that was autographs with Chase, Micah, and Riley. But my pass, like with my pass, I can only get the autographs once. So I got Chase and Micah yesterday, but well, not yesterday, but Friday. I got Riley's Saturday. And I went up to her, and I'm trying to remember. Like I said, I have the audio, but I'm not going to share that. I went up to her, and I was like, she said hey or something. She was like, I keep telling everybody that they're so pretty, but everyone's just so pretty. And I was like, no, like, you're pretty. And she was like, I don't wake up like this. She was like, you're, like, naturally beautiful. And I was like, no. But, yeah, she was really nice. And then I walked away, like I said thank you, or it was nice meeting you or something, and she was like, nice meeting you too. And then there was photo ops with Stephen McQueen, and I'm trying to think, I don't even think we had a conversation, honestly. I think it was like a quick, like, thank you, bye, like, or hey, thank you, bye, kind of thing, yeah. There was just, like, no conversation. And then after that, there was the photo op. This was at, like, yeah, at 12:50, there is a photo op with Paul Wesley. So I go in line for that, and I'm trying to think. Yeah, so, like, I was with my friend on one side and the line's on the other side, because, like, they brought us to, like, the other side to, like, get, I don't even know. But anyways, so the lady on the side that I was on was trying to, like, get me to go to him, but then the lady on the other side was trying to get the guy to go to him. So, like, it was just, like, he was, like, turning around, he was like, hey, because he didn't know who was going to come to him. So I walk up there, and I'm like, hey, and he was like, hey, and he was like, how are you? And I was like, I'm good, how are you? And he was like, I'm good. And we took the picture. He said, he said thank you, or I said thank you. And then that was that, pretty much. After my Paul Wesley photo op thing, there was a Q&A with Stephen McQueen. Not gonna lie to you, I didn't go to it just because I have no concept of time. And then after his Q&A, let's see what we have going. There was the Ian and Paul Q&A. Like, they did one for the gold panel, but this one's, like, for the whole entire, like, people who bought tickets. They're so funny. Or maybe I just think everything's funny, I don't know. But, yeah, so I'll let y'all see that.
If you was called a guest star, would you?
Guest star on your show? I don't know. I mean, I don't know where I would fit in. I don't think so. But I mean, I'm really just not that funny, so maybe I should try some comedy.
Yeah, but you're funny looking, so.
Paul, you should call. Why don't you should text Nina and see.
Nina and I have talked about it.
Actually, maybe we should go do a guest appearance together.
Nina and I have talked about it, actually, quite seriously. And the guy who produces her show is a very good friend of mine.
Yo, homie, you talking to my ex-girlfriend? What the?
Anyway.
So after that, I have Paul Wesley and Stephen McQueen's autograph. At first, I was in line for Paul, and I get up there, and he kind of seemed like in a rush a little bit. Maybe like he had a flight that afternoon, but I was just like, hey. He was like, hey. I was like, how are you? He was like, good. I was like, okay. He was like, bye, yeah. So that was really all that happened with the autograph. And then I went to Steven's line. I told him I was tired because he asked how I was, and I said, I'm good. Tired, though. And he was like, I just took a power nap, and I was like, I'm about to go do that. That's what we talked about. So after that, I had the autograph with Ian, and this is kind of cool. I want you to keep in mind, this was 5 hours after I had met him. So I get up there, and he was like, how's my little film student? Which that just made my day because he actually remembered. I was like, I'm good, how are you? And then he turned to the worker next to him, because like on the tables they have like 2 or 1 worker like next to them, you know, making sure that everything's going smoothly. And he was like, she's studying film. And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, women working in film changes the world. Men working in film is just a bunch of women or something like that. And I was just like, yeah. Like, I didn't know what to say. It was just kind of that nervous, like, kind of thing. And then after that, I was like, bye, it was nice meeting you. And he was like, it's nice meeting you. And he gave me, like, a little high five. There was a concert that night, which was $35 if you don't have, I think, the gold and silver pass. I want to say gold, silver, and copper. If you have those passes, you get in for free. So, went to the concert. Steve McQueen came out and like kind of opened it up, I would guess you would say. Didn't expect him to be there. It was kind of weird because me and my cousin were just talking about him, and then he came out. Like, it was weird. So he came out and kind of introduced everything, and then Chase and Micah and the musicians came out to sing or whatever. So I videoed some of that, so I will let you see that. After the concert, my cousin actually came that day because she watches the show too. So she got a pass for Sunday, or not a pass, like a ticket. We went down to the restaurant thing, the bar or whatever. But after that, we went to bed because we were exhausted. Saturday was the best sleep I had gotten, so that was amazing. But then I had to get up early the next day, so